What's going on, champs and chambets? It's FireMonkey here, and I just kind of made a whole entire 10-minute rant about something that I love in Naraka Point, only for me to realize and look over my other monitor to see that I wasn't even recording. So how's it going, everyone? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's YouTube video, we're talking about my favorite feature in Naraka Point that is a feature that I wish more games would just naturally implement into it, which some games kind of have, but they don't have it fully. Now, as a little bit of a backstory, if anyone knows my type of content, then you know my main focus on my other channel is related to Fortnite. It's related to another battle royale game where we talk about all the news and all that glorious stuff going on there. And one of the things you may know if you watch that channel very frequently is I do a unique trick where I actually play on my phone and PC at the same time in order to get bot lobbies. Basically, if you have a brand new account that's on a phone or a Switch in your Fortnite party and you matchmake for a game, you'll be put in a special playlist that is a bot only playlist, allowing you to not worry about fighting any actual players or anything like that, and you just kind of get an easy little match to grind out your challenges and everything else while having a little bit of fun. And that is something I do all the time because, you know, whenever I play a lot of battle royale games, I understand there's this whole entire thing of, oh, you have to be the best person in the world, you have to get the highest rank in arena mode or whatever else, and how there's a lot of people who feel that doing something like bot lobbies is just boring because it's the easiest games possible. But when it comes to me, you know, I like hopping in, you know, playing with some friends from time to time. If a friend wants to play a real lobby, I'll go ahead and do that with them. But I like vibing in bot lobbies because it's just an area where you can just exist and not have to worry about if you have to leave mid-match, if you have to go AFK or anything like that. Sure, you may not win the bot lobby match if you're going AFK and leaving or whatnot, but at the same time, who's going to care? It's like you might be playing with a friend and you have to tell a friend, hey man, I gotta hop off, you know, finish the match or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're just playing the bot lobby just to kind of chill and relax, or, you know, grind out your challenges, because Naraka Point does support challenge progression in bot lobbies. And that is a beautiful thing I like to see, but my favorite part about the whole entire system is how bot lobbies is an actual playlist available 24/7 that you can just select. And it's not just like, oh, here's bot lobbies, you know, hop in, enjoy everything. It is actual options as well. It's like, hey, look, we know this is just you against AI, so we're not going to make it like gated where it's like only at this limited time you can do this or that. So they make it so you have an easy difficulty option, a normal difficulty option, and a hard difficulty option on top of a solo, duos, and trios option as well. Now, one thing I will say is that regardless of your option, if you play solo, trios, bot lobbies, even on easy mode, and you don't get good loot really early on, you can get absolutely whooped by the AI. But it's one of the reasons I keep coming back to the game so many times, right? It's because I don't have to worry about, oh, having another account on my phone or another device or anything set up so that, you know, I can play bot lobbies. I can just literally plug and play the game whenever I want, right? If I want to play against some bots, just turn the game on, select the mode. If I have friends who want to play, select duos or trios, hop in, we all go in our own area, we grind out everything, you know, we eliminate some other bots or whatever else, and we just enjoy our time. Having it as an actual mode just adds so much more replayability to this game, where as a live service game, it's one of the few games I feel could exist past it. Like, if they shut down the game one time, right? And keep in mind, this game's been around for like 2 years. It used to be a paid for game, so, you know, it makes sense that, you know, the game's probably gonna have a long livelihood. But if they were to one day decide just to yoink this game out of the world and just shut down the servers or whatever else, they could still release a standalone bot lobby version for people to still enjoy the content and actually, you know, play bot lobbies without having to worry about the live service thing. Now, regarding if they would ever actually do that, you know, I don't know. That is something you don't really see from many game companies anymore, but it would be something that is an opportunity available to them that they could pull off whenever they wanted to, and it does just, you know, give a good taste in my mouth knowing that I don't have to do any weird shady tricks where people are going to ask me 50 million times, will they get banned for doing bot lobbies? I can just hop in, play a bot lobby, and, you know, it's like, that's an option in the game. No one has to worry about it, and they even have achievements for killing bots in bot lobbies, which you can use to actually unlock, you know, more like achievement score and everything else to get some items in the game and whatnot. So it's like they support you doing this. All of their challenges will work in bot lobbies except very specific ones that state it has to be in a specific mode because, you know, they understand. And I think that is one of the amazing things about this game that keeps me coming back to it, other than the fact that every single update it feels like they have an event going on. Like right now you have the 2nd anniversary event, you have the whole entire like Tessa Flower event going on right now, you know, to hype up the new hero. They have all this stuff happening back to back to back with the game where it's like, yeah, there's always something to enjoy in it, but even if you don't care about the events, you're burnt out on grinding the game or whatever else, you can take a break. You know, sure, you might not get all the rewards you want, but you don't have to worry about too much because you can still take a break, come back later, and do all your challenges, grind out your battle pass and everything else, through bot lobbies without having to worry about anything. Now, one thing I will say is that the way they actually handle bot lobbies in Naraka Bladepoint is very interesting, and it's something that I've kind of been focusing more and more on recently. What they'll do is they'll make it so bots actually spawn near you. For example, this bounty right here, if you were to accept that in a normal match, they could be anywhere, right? But if I was to accept this right here, it's going to spawn a bot right here. So if we turn around, it's going to be somewhere, yep, right there. It just spawns the bot and teleports them near you. Now, if you're playing duos or trios and you actually use one of those bounty things, it will teleport a whole entire trio near you as well. And that's really how the game works, right? You'll see some like deaths every so often. You'll see like, oh, this person got eliminated by this bot or whatever else. But most of the time, most of the kills are either just, from the storm. They're like fake kills, kind of make it seem like a game's being played. And, it's stuff like that. They're having a lot of these like things to make it still feel interactive. But there's a lot of ways to summon enemies to you in order to work on things like cultivation, which, as you can see here, 244,000 of 250 to max out cultivation and Matari. So it's like they do some very interesting, unique things to make bot lobbies not just your normal, oh, every bot is sentient, they play out the match like normal. They'll make it so any activity that is supposed to have more people, so if we go over and we actually don't have any of the Sunwing like little mini events going on, but if there was like a Sunwing mini event going on and you actually go into that portal, it will teleport bots into that portal as well to actually have it so you can do the event. And it's like, in a lot of ways, bot lobbies are the best way to actually get some of your challenges done, because if you need a bounty, right, and you need to complete like 8 of them or something, hop in a bot lobby. You can go ahead, go in the bot lobby, start a bounty if you ever find one of those. I know sometimes when you have them in your cultivation, they're like the hardest thing to find in the game, but you find them, you end up getting the bounty to teleport directly to you, you eliminate them, you find another bounty and everything else, and it really helps streamline the leveling up game and everything, and makes everything a lot more simpler, and I just absolutely adore it, right? I know some people might be like, FireMonkey, bot lobbies are boring, you're so boring, I can't believe this. But at the same time, it's like I grew up playing Call of Duty Zombies solo in glitch spots for hours upon hours on end. I don't know what boring really is anymore. And it's something that, it's like if I'm enjoying it, right? And if it's an option that's available to people without any like shady tricks or anything, it's an option that I'm going to continue to take and continue to play on because it's just fun, right? I'm here for a fun little, happy time. I don't need to really sweat it out too much. And occasionally I will still play a normal match. Now, if you look at my stats, you'll notice I only have like 3 games played of normal matches. Most of my non-bot lobby matches are actually on their PvE showdown mode, and it makes sense. I want to play that PvE mode, enjoy it a little bit, and try earning the free rewards and everything. But at the same time, despite that being where most of my matches are played, I do occasionally hop into some of those matches. And I understand that if you play ranked mode and you're in bronze, you're basically doing a bot lobby, right? You're basically doing a bot lobby, but in ranked, and it's understandable that it's like that until you get to like the high silver, low gold area, and then you start playing against actual players. But I do love how they actually handle bots in this game, and I love how everything is just kind of streamlined in a unique way that makes it feel like even if you are playing a normal game like this, that you're playing a normal game against other people. And the interesting thing they do with bots in this is at the end of a match, you sometimes will see, oh, this was the second place team or whatever, and it's a team of bots, of course, but you can still send friend requests and everything. Now, they'll never accept the friend request because the bots can't really do that, but it is a unique system that I absolutely love, and I'm glad to see it continues to exist throughout the seasons and everything else, and throughout them getting multiple updates, adding a new map to the game, adding free to play, adding PlayStation. It's like, it's just one of those options that are always there available for you if you don't want to play any of the other things in the game. And for example, with the whole entire bounty thing, once again, we'll go ahead and accept this. Look, there's no one near me. It's completely silent. I'll even just stand here for a moment. Nothing's happening, and then I accept it, and the bounty will just spawn over here. So if we kind of turn around, yep, right there. Actually, that's not even the bounty. That's someone else completely. Okay. Well, you guys gotta get the point, right? They typically try spawning enemies near you, especially whenever you accept the quest and everything like that, so that you're able to complete your stuff with ease and not have to worry about going and scouring all the lands to find all of the bots and where they may be hiding. But yeah, I just thought I'd make a little video talking about bot lobbies and how I absolutely love it. I know one thing a lot of people ask me is like, okay, but if it's officially supported, do they support quests and all that type of stuff? Because that is one thing you might always think with something that's officially supported that's an easy bot mode. They're like, maybe quest and whatnot aren't going to be enabled. And it's like, from my multiple hours, I'm playing like 100+ hours or something of playing this game, I can guarantee you that 99% of the quests you do will work in this. You can still gain progress towards all your characters as you see right here, we finished hero cultivation, so this is another one of my heroes completely completed. I don't have to worry about farming for any rewards ever again. I can just play whenever I want to, and you can just have a fun little time grinding everything out, right? It's just a nice little experience. And even with this, right, the Valiant Challenge, which reveals your position once picked up, it will still spawn a bot near you, because it's, even though it's not a bounty, it's more like a bounty on yourself, it will still put a enemy near you so that you can get started with some sort of combat. So if we just kind of stand here, right, after accepting it, yep, look right there. Right there is a bot ready to combat, and that was not there a moment ago. Now, I have even seen times where I've accepted a bounty and I was looking in the right direction to watch the bot actually spawn in, and I think it's just a little bit of a unique flair to help everything work. And to be completely honest, I didn't even know they spawned in, right? I didn't even know they worked like that, because like I played a whole entire year before just thinking, oh, you know, this is kind of cool. You know, the bots are probably like every other game's bots. And then I started focusing on it a lot, and I was like, okay. As you can see right here, we actually went into the Sunwing Little Mini event, and it spawned one enemy across from the other side to actually fight against you. Now, if you're playing duos or trios, even if you don't go in with your full team, it will spawn a full duo or trio on the other side, just because of how the whole entire spawning mechanic works. So it's always interesting to see. And one thing I've wanted to try, right, is get to a very low point where there's not that many bots left alive, go into one of the actual Realm of the Yang battles, and see if it will despawn or teleport the enemies that my teammates were already fighting in front of me for me to fight. Because I think it would just be interesting to, you know, experiment with that and test it out to, you know, see if it would just be like, ah, you stole my enemy from me, or some weird stuff like that. But it is just something I love investigating and looking into, is just having an easy mode to play that is fully supported with difficulty options, with actual squad options and everything else, and being able to just enjoy it, right? Pop on some music in the background, try finding some new songs for my Spotify playlist, and enjoy the game while, you know, grinding out achievements, you know, quests, everything else to level up the battle pass or whatever else I might need to actually end up leveling up. But I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about how Naraka Blade Point does their whole entire bot lobby system? Do you like it? Do you not really care for it? Or are you somewhere in between where you're like, you know, I'll play it every once in a while, but it's not something I could see myself playing 24/7. I would love to hear all the comments, and with that said, I'll catch you champs and chambettes next time with another video. Peace out.